compliment.
Nice
Nice pants. All right. I'd say that's about enough for now. What do you think? All right. We're not done with that, just so you know. Don't worry, we got a whole bunch of real entertainment lined up for you guys. Thanks so much. You are now all officially interns for the moon. Interns. Get me coffee. All right, you guys, we are going to bring on our first. Let's bring our first pig of the night to the stage.
He has been on NPR. He has his own show called Originally from New Hampshire, and he hails all the way from the moon.
Yeah.
Please put your hands together for Mr. Adam Wade.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Adam Wade. I am originally from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
You threw me off. Growing up, I didn't have like a lot of friends when I was really little. Where I lived, it was in rural New Hampshire, and around us there was no kids my age. So my parents were kind of worried about me, so they got me a cat, and her name was Peaches, and Peaches became like my best friend. To describe Peaches, I got her when I was in second grade. She had like these like white paws, and she was like a money cat, so she was kind of like brown and orange, and so her white paws, it looked like she had sneakers. And then she had like a white like here, and then she had like a mole, and like Marilyn Monroe, you know. Now, like, we would talk, I'm not gonna lie, like, I could say, we talk, I'd be like, hey, you doing Peaches? You're like, hey, you doing? Look good. They're like, oh, thanks. I like growing pains. Like, hey, who's the boss? She was awesome. But one thing about Peaches was, as feminine as she was, we lived like right by a field, and we would let her out, and she would like decapitate field mice, and then she would leave the heads like at our doorstop. And like growing up, we'd go to like the mall, and we'd come back, and there'd be like a head, and it was like with the guts. And like I got a weak stomach as it is, so like when I would see this, I'd be like, ooh. I mean, and like after a while, like my father's like, hey, don't just be a man. I'm like, all right. He goes, listen, Peaches does that because she does it to show her love for you. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah. She shows her love for us, that's good, He's like, no, she should show her love for you. And I was like, oh, wow. And then, like that meant a lot to me because, she did this a lot. And so, whenever I would see, like, the heads, I'd be like, oh, like I wouldn't get sick anymore. Like, I'd actually feel very, like, tranquil. And, like, I'd have solace. I'd be like, oh, Peaches. When I get into high school was like a shit show. Like, things didn't go well. It was just bad. I got thrown out of the marching band. It was bad. Like, think about it. Okay, think about it. Yeah, and I got thrown out of it. And like, things were like a scale like 1 to 10 popularity wise. Like, I'd say like I was like a 2, and like pushing the 1 down. And my junior year, my cousin was actually popular, and we got along together like during holidays and stuff when we weren't in school. But like he approached me one day, and he's like, listen, the Winter Wonderland dance is coming up. I'm like, yeah, that's great. And I heard you have a date. And he's like, yeah, well, listen. He's like, Bonnie Sanders, I heard she thinks you're cute. Ask her out. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, Bonnie Sanders. I go, you're not fucking with me, are you? He's like, no. I go, don't. This is not the time to fuck with me. And he's like, no, listen. He's like, and like to me it was huge because she was a senior. She was captain of the varsity softball team. And this was like she, if I was a 2, she was a 4. So I mean, it would have been a big step up. This could have been like my launching pad to popularity. So like that night, like I called her, but before I called her, like I took some notes and I got on the phone, I dialed, I go, hey Bonnie, it's Adam Wade, how you doing? And she's like, good, how you doing? I go, yeah. My mother made shepherd's pie and a lot of hamburger, it's heavy, She's like, It's cold out. You know, it's not cool to wear winter hats. I wear winter hats because, you know, like I got big lobes. And my mother said, like, the lobes are like sexy, so you don't want to lose your lobes. So I wear my hat, you know? And she's like, oh, okay. And then I went down, like I skipped a bunch, and I went down and I go, you know what's an underrated movie? Regarding Henry. Now that, like Harrison Ford, he plays like this prick lawyer, you know, and he slicks his hair back. But then, like, one night he goes down to the bodega and he gets some milk, and a guy shoots him, and then he has to have in the head, and he has to have rehab, and then he doesn't mind holding hands with his wife in the street and kissing her, and you know, then they get a puppy. And then it was like a long silence, and she's like, oh, okay, Adam, I really gotta get going. Is there anything you want to ask? And I go, oh yeah. And I skipped the rest of them. I go, Bonnie, would you like to go to the Winter Wonderland dance with me? And she goes, yeah, sure. You know, Saturday night, you know, pick me up at 7:30. And I'm like, well, wait, we got a problem. Like, I have my license. You know, I've had it for like a year, but like, my parents don't trust me with the car. I get very nervous. So like, I don't want them coming with that. Like, can you just drive? And she's like, oh, all right, yeah, I'll drive. All right, good. All right, bye, I'll see you 7:30. And I hung up the phone, and like, there were like not a lot of victories in high school. This was like awesome. Like, I mean, I was very excited. Like, this was gonna be like the real thing. And my mother like took me to the mall, and I got like a new sport coat and my pants. It was a big event. And my parents were very excited about this. So when Bonnie showed up, like, if you've ever seen like the Fall Guy, like the show, she looked just like Heather Thomas, who was like the size, like she was like, but a plus size, and she had like this big velvet, like if you remember the body glove poster, I had a body glove. Yeah, I mean, trust me, like Jesus Christ, Google it, like look it up, happy. All right, sorry, but like so. Like when she showed up, she looked like a plus, and like she had like this velvet dress with like it was black and then pink, and she was busty, but not even like it was just and like my father, like my parents like, wow, like Adam, you did it. And like my dad's like, wow, what is that, a Fredericks of Hollywood dress? I'm like, no. And then he's like, oh, I wish I was 18 again. I go, no. So we started taking photos, and things are going well, and everybody's happy, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Whoa, is that your cat?" And like Peaches was on the chair, and she was just like staring, you know. And she's sitting there, and my dad's like, "Yeah, Peaches is jealous." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, you know." And she's like, "Why is she jealous, Mr. Wade?" He goes, "Because that's Adam's sister." And like Bonnie was like, "Oh wow." And it was like for like a quick second, I'm like, "Dad, all right, good. You done good. And you know, and then he goes, but he wasn't finished. And he goes, well, she's also jealous because, you know, Bonnie, Peaches is Adam's girlfriend." And I was like, no, Dad, no, please, no, take that back. And he's like, no, you've been boyfriend and girlfriend for a long. So we get to the dance, and it's in the like cafeteria, and they put like tinfoil and ribbons. It's really nice, and we're dancing. Like I've never been on a date before. Or anything, or like when I go to dances, I play for a freeze tag. So like, but this was like the real thing. So now it's like, you know, don't be so. So I don't like to this day, like I need like a dance class or something. Like I don't go like this. I just go like this, and I'm happy. Like I'm on like wedding videos, and they're like, "Is he drunk?" And they're like, "No, he's just." I just go like this. And it's like I'm comfortable. So we're like dancing, and then Meatloaf's "I'll Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That" comes on. And so I walk over, I go, "I like to really find a slow dance." She's like, "What?" I go, "Yeah." So like, you know, so like most like junior high, I'm in a junior in high school, but like I was far away. She's like, "You can come closer," and it's great. And then we start touching, and then I just start going like this, because like I'm afraid of hitting her with my boner. So like she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, so she's like, "No, you can come closer." And like I hit her. She was a plus size girl. I don't know. It felt like I went in her, but it was not in a dirty way. I'm not saying she was a great girl. But like I got scared. I didn't sex ed. So like she's like, no, that's natural, everything's good. So we just, and I like when I look back, I was like here, so there was no way that was her vagina. So the other night, where she's driving me home, and I was like build up, and when I get excited, like the Rocky theme in my head, and I'm ready, like this, I'm not used to this, and I'm trying to be more confident than I am. So she pulls up, and we're in front of my house, and I'm like, oh, Bonnie, I had a great time tonight. And she's like, yeah, and she like leans over, and I lean over, and I hold her hand, and I squeeze her hand a couple of times. She squeezed, I start sweating, and she's like, that's okay. And like I'm right there, like I'm right here, like just do it, don't be a fucking pussy. And like I get closer, and then I go, come on, Bonnie, can I give you a kiss? And like she leans right into me, and now she's like right here, and we're ready, and I'm just like this fire, like I saw Johnny Danger, is the fireworks gonna go off? And she goes, I just couldn't do that to Peaches. I don't remember like the last like 30 seconds after. I know the car drove off, and like my leg, I was just like standing like this, but I didn't, and I just didn't like what, and like what happened, and like the car is driving off, and like I had a lot of low points in high school, but this was like the lowest, and I was crying very hard. I'm not good at a lot of things, but I feel bad for myself. I'm good. So like the chair, and I'm just going, and I start walking like to the door, and when I get to the door, there's not one or two. There's 4 decapitated field mice. Like the guts, and then there's like a leg. It looked like a leg, and then there's like a kidney, and it's like green, and it's like it's like the Jonestown Massacre or whatever. It's bad. It's bad. And then I look up in the window, and like Peaches is there, and she's like looking over, and like you can't hear her because she's in the window, but like she's purring, and like she's going back and forth. And I look up, and like I get like a shot, like when you take a shot, like your chest, and it was like burning. It was in a good way. And in my life, there's been a lot of Bonnie Sanders, but there'll never be another Peaches. Thank you.